Welcome back to this channel. I'm so excited to bring this video. As promised, I've been talking about our pig formula on this farm, and in this video I want to be sharing with you the formula we use, the formula that I will be prescribing for you to achieve, that I will be using and I'll be prescribing for you to achieve maximum weight in 6 months or less than 6 months. I know one of the main challenge for farmers is affordability of feeds, because presently now in the market feeds are very expensive. Feed like soya, maize, which are very excellent nutrient for pigs. They have very excellent nutrient for pigs. They are very much expensive, very much expensive in the market. So, and this has led to a lot of heartbreak for many farmers. Some people are actually even probably closing their farms because of affordability of feed. But let me bring to you a way of achieving excellent results with this simple feed formula that you can get. You can get the ingredients from any of the feed stores around you, and I really hope this helps farmers out there to achieve their desired results. So we'll be using 6 different ingredients in this our formula, 6 different ingredients, and the first of them will be the PKC, the palm kernel cake. You can see the palm kernel cake here. So we'll be mixing. This is where we'll be doing our mixing in, and we'll be adding other ingredients, and we would compound them here, right here, and then give to our pigs. And you'll be seeing the way we are going to give them to our pigs. So the very first ingredient. Will be in our feed mixture is the PKC. And we'll be using 100 kg of the PKC, and this is the PKC that is being poured down like this. The PKC contains 16.63 crude protein. They're about 16.63, and it has about roughly about 5,000 amount of energy. Like some people will estimate it at 4,998. So it's a very important mixture we'll be using here for our feed formula. This is the PKC that is being poured down. Alternatively, for farmers that don't have the PKC readily available in the environment, they can make use of the maize bran. The maize bran is a very good and excellent alternative to PKC. Now, after the PKC, we'll be making use of the wheat offal. The wheat offal, this is the wheat offal. You can see how it looks like. This is the wheat offal. It's and also very important. It's a very important ingredient in our feed mixture. The wheat offal contains about 15% crude protein. So it has about 15% crude protein, and its energy content is about 3,930. So this is part of the ingredient we'll be using for our feed formula. So number 1, the PKC. Number 2, we have the wheat offal. Now the third on the list is we'll be using broiler starter. And the reason why we use the broiler starter is an alternative for protein. I believe you all agree that the broiler starter is an excellent source of protein, and it has excellent ingredients that really helps to as an alternative for soya and maize. Actually, it has soya and maize in it. So for farmers that don't have the affordability for soya and maize, I would advise they just go for an already mixed broiler starter feed. Here we use a very excellent broiler starter feed. Very excellent. It's very rich in protein. So this is the broiler starter feed. You can see the broiler starter feed. That's the broiler starter feed. Now for our PKC, we are using 100 kg. For the wheat offal, we poured in 50 kg. So 100 kg of PKC and 50 kg of wheat offal. This broiler starter is about 25 to 28 we'll be using. So this is about 3 kg of broiler starter. So it's a total of about 28 kg. Now if you may not need to move for 28, you can just use 25, but we have about 28 kg. So that's the third ingredient we'll be using. Now, the fourth ingredient we'll be using is the waste from bread waste. Now, there are alternatives to this bread waste. Bread waste is a very good source of carbohydrates. So we have the bread waste. The bread waste is a very good source of energy. And how you get the bread waste, you can just get to any bakery and collect their bread waste. You can see the bread waste. These are waste from bread. Now, some people you can use. There are other byproducts of other ingredients that you can use. So you can see the bread. Please don't mind the noise. Our pigs are very hungry. They are agitating for food. We'll be feeding them very soon. So this is the bread waste. An alternative to this is some people can use. You can use the. I don't know if you are familiar with, like, if in our area here we call it ogi, but it's like pap. The extract from pap. Some people, you can make that as an alternative to this bread waste. It's an excellent source of energy, and it has other ingredients also. So this is a waste. You get it from bakeries, and it's very good for pigs. So you can get lots of them. Have good deals with any bakery around you. You keep getting them. So this is about 11 kg of bread waste. About 11 kg of bread waste. Now, for the one of the our pigs are really disturbing us because of they are very close by, so please just bear with us. So we have mixed 100 kg of PKC, 50 kg of wheat offal. We've had about 28 kg of the broiler starter, and then here we have the bread waste, about 11 kg of the bread waste. So the other ingredient we'll be bringing, which is the fifth ingredient, will be the a calcium source, which is the limestone. So the limestone is a very important ingredient you have to add to your feed, because it helps them with stronger bones, and you need your animals to have good bones so that they don't have weak legs. On this farm now, one of our pigs had issue with the leg, and we were able to solve that. But you need to be very careful with making sure your pigs get good source of calcium. So this is the limestone. We have 10 kg of the limestone, which you can see there. 10 kg of the limestone is what you have there. And then the last ingredient on the list, can anyone guess, is the salt. So we need to add salt to this meal because we want them to drink enough water. One of the things that salt helps the pigs with is it makes them to drink water very much. And for the salt, you can use people sell animal salt, they are animal salt, but if you can't get access to animal salt, you can make use of the normal table salt. So we'll be using, for 100 kg of PKC, we'll be using 1 kg of salt. So we'll be adding the 1 kg. So that's the last ingredient we'll be adding. This is the salt that you see that is being added to the composition. So we have 100 kg of PKC, 50 kg of wheat offal, 28 kg of the broiler starter, 11 kg of the bread waste, and then 1 kg of the salt. If you look at the final composition, is about 200 kg. So this is about 200 very effective kg. This is, if you feed your pigs this consistently, you will achieve a very excellent result in a very short time. Now, so we'll go about the mixing now, and you will see how it's being mixed. Now, so you can see the process of mixing the feed is what we are doing right now, making sure that all the ingredients are evenly distributed in the composition. So you keep mixing the feed till you can be certain that it is properly distributed. You can see that. Now, one of the things one of the main aim when you are making your feed composition is to understand the percentage of protein and energy that you need in your feed. For instance, now for your piglets, you need about 18 to 22% of crude protein, and that's why this is not the formula for piglets. I need to state that very clearly. This is not what we will feed to our piglets. This is for growers and finisher. And if you have piglets on your farm, what we feed piglets is what we call the creep feed, and the creep feed is a feed that is very, very rich in protein, because at that stage your pigs require very, very high level of protein in their diet. So this is not for piglets. So for your growers, you need about 16 to 18 percentage of crude protein in your diet, and with this formula we have here, you can be sure of having that level of crude protein in your diet. So, and for finisher, you need there about maybe 14 to 16% of crude protein, and if you have lactating sows, you need similar content of crude protein. So this is what we feed to our pigs we'll be feeding to our pigs on this farm. It's a very cheap, affordable, and the components are easy to get. There are also advanced. If you are interested in, we would still share a video on, if for those that have interest in making use of the soya and the maize, but this is just mainly for affordability, because at present, as I said earlier, the prices of soya and maize is extremely expensive. So this is how you can boycott that challenge and still achieve your desired result. So this is the pig formula that will give you a very excellent result. It's very important for farmers to pay attention to the amount of protein, the energy content for their formulation. For energy now, you require maybe for grower pigs, you need about 2,400 to 2,500 energy content, and the fiber content should be about 4.5 to 5%. And for finisher, you need similar amount, but for both growers and finisher, you need quite similar amount of energy. And for lactating sow, it's still similar also, about maybe 2,400 to 2,600 for energy, and about 3 to 4% fiber content. But for piglets, the energy content is quite high. You need maybe about 2,800 to 3,100 energy in their feed, and that's why you feed them the creep feed. And for the creep feed, the meaning of creep feed is just a feed that is very excellent and very rich in protein. One of the advice I would give for that is for you to make use of the broiler starter for that. But because of what we call diarrhea in pig farming, I don't know if you have that experience on diarrhea, but if you feed your piglets very high protein content, extremely high protein content, it will lead to diarrhea. Like if you give them the raw broiler feed, you may experience what is called diarrhea in piglets, and that's why I would advise you to mix your broiler starter with maize bran. So there are different things people try to mix the broiler starter with for creep feed, but me, I will advise, for the sake of the right result, I will advise using maize bran to make your creep feed. That's a feed that is very much rich and excellent in protein. Now, how we're going to feed these pigs? We don't feed them the same quantity. It's not the same quantity you are going to feed your pigs. It depends, depending on the sizes of your pigs. That's how you are going to be feeding them on the farm. All right, so the mixture is done now, and for the sake of our viewers, this is the container we'll be using to, as I said already, you don't just give the pigs you don't just feed them randomly. You give them based on their weight, based on their size. So this container now we have here is measuring 1 kg. So I will advise farmers to, you can, instead of you measuring your food all the time, you may just have a specific bowl that signifies 1 kg and maybe 1.5 kg. So this one now is 1 kg that is on the scale that you are seeing right here. So for lactating mothers that have piglets with them, it is advised to give them about 1.5 kg per meal. And you will give when, and lactating mothers are supposed, in short, you are supposed to feed your pigs twice in a day. So for lactating mothers now, that means they are taking 3 kg per day. But if they have piglets, when their piglets are up to 2 weeks old, you are supposed to give for each piglet about quarter kg. So you will add that to the feed you are going to be giving to the mother, so that the piglets can, and you, the kind of feed you give to the 2 weeks old piglet is the feed I call the crib feed. So, and for the expecting or pregnant mothers, they are supposed to take about 4 kg per day. You know, when you have pregnant pigs that you are expecting them to deliver very soon, you are supposed to give them about 4 kg per day. So this is an example of an expecting mother. This mother is very much ready to get to deliver. It's very soon it will be delivering. So for a pig like this, you're supposed to give it 4 kg per day because of the piglet it has in his womb. So 2 kg per meal. That means in the morning you give it 2 kg, and then thereabout in the afternoon stroke evening you can give it about another 2 kg. For the pigs that are being served or are waiting to be served, that means pigs that are you are going to be putting with a meal. Those pigs, you give them about 1.5 kg per meal. That means you give them about 3 kg per day. That's per meal. You quantify that 3 kg into 2 parts. That's 1.5 kg per meal. And for your grower pigs, or for your pigs that are growing, those ones can take, that's the pigs that winners that are above about over a month or 2 months old. Those are grower pigs. You give those ones about 2 kg per day. That's, you can give them like 1 kg per meal, 1 kg in the morning and 1 kg in the noon, at noon. So this is an example of grower pigs, and these ones are going to be taking 2 kg per day, 1 kg in the morning, 1 kg in the afternoon. For your boa, if you are using your boa for mating, that means for boa that are serving your females, you are supposed to give those boas about 4 kg per day. Obviously, because your boas are expected to be energetic to be able to go through the mating process. So, but if you are not going to be using them for serving, you can give boas that are not going to be for serving about 1.5 kg per meal. That's about 3 kg per day. And for your winners, those, I mean the ones that you just get off from their mother after they are after they have been weaned, those ones can take about 1 kg per day. That's about half kg per meal. So those are the rations that is very much advised for pig farmers to use for feeding their pigs for adequate results, for the best results. So some of you may be concerned that maybe your pigs need more feed after more than these rations we have mentioned. It is very much advised that you just stick to these rations. You don't have to overfeed them. What they need good feed and enough drinking water. So for these pigs over here now, we have about 10 grower pigs here. So per meal now, these ones are going to take about 1 kg per meal. That means these ones, the total here are supposed to have about 10 kg. So we'll be measuring 10 kg for these pigs over here and giving them 10 kg. So that's per meal. And you are supposed to serve them twice in a day. So before we continue, if you are new to this channel, please make sure you subscribe and turn the notification icon. And if you have any question about feed formulation, you can drop it in the comment section below. So we want to be feeding our grower pigs, and we're measuring, as I told you already, this container weighs about 1 kg. So we're measuring 10 of this. So we're measuring 10 into the container now, and that's what we'll be feeding to our pigs. So this is 10 kg. So you can see that instead of having to measure all the time, you could just take this size of feed for them per meal that they need to take. So we'll be feeding this with our grower pigs at this moment. So you can see how the pigs are very much interested in the food. This all the constituents of this food will make them eat it very much. They will rush it, they will eat it properly, and they will also drink a lot of water, which will help them in which will increase their growth. It will make them to grow very much fast, and this is what every pig farmer should desire: having your pig to market size in record time. You don't want to have pigs on your farm for too long. So you have to give your pigs clean drinking water every time. They need adequate water. Now, even though on this farm we make use of the wallow method at present, we have nipple drinkers already that will be installed anytime from now. It's very much advised for pig farmers to adopt the nipple drinker system. That's very much good for your pigs, because your pigs will be able to have access to a much cleaner drinking water. So please, if you are thinking of starting your farm, I will really advise you make use of the nipple drinker for your pigs. So finally, what you have to do is to bag your feeds and make them readily available for your attendant to use them anytime they want. So one of the last advice I will give to farmers is be very careful of the places where you source your feed from. If your feeds, be very careful that your feeds don't have mold. So don't just get feeds from anywhere, so that your feeds, you don't contaminate your feeds for the pigs. So get feeds from reputable sources where they don't have molds. And if you discover that your feeds are not very much quality, I would advise you can get the toxin binder you can add the toxin binder to your feeds that will help kill bacteria. Now on this our sources of feed is quite good, so we don't use the toxin binder here, but we have because we have good source for our feeds. So this is the end of this video, and I really hope you subscribe and come back for more content on pig farming. We'll be sharing with you several other contents for you to be a successful pig farmer, making the right profits in your pig farm. Thank you very much, and again, don't forget to subscribe. Wish you all the best.